It's perfectly fine to interrupt people at the gym. It's perfectly fine to interrupt people with headphones on. It's perfectly fine to do any of this shit as long as you have this level of social calibration, because you're doing it in such a way that just shows like, hi, I'm being upfront. I understand the implications of my actions. I'm a man that knows what I want, and I'm going for it, right? You're not doing it in this weird, creepy way.
How to talk to a chick in the gym. Don't be creepy. Don't stare. Don't go up mid-set. And if she has headphones in, she does not want to talk to you.
I'll wait to see what he says about it.
And you know she's into you. Go up to her, introduce yourself, give her your number, tell her if she wants to text you, you have my number, have a great day, and dip.
So the advice that she's giving is actually not bad, but it's a little bit lacking in a way. Like she's saying, if she has headphones in, she doesn't want to talk to people. Generally, if you see a girl that has headphones in, it means that she's busy or doing whatever. But also, a lot of people just have headphones in all the time. It doesn't mean that they're not open to being talked to. And you can intrude, but you have to do it in a nice way. So you can walk up to this person and go, hey, I understand you're working out. Don't want to fuck up your workout. And you have some gym stories as well, Anton, from like spending time here as well. But I'll let the guy talk and then see what he says about it.
This is the exact reason you don't ask the fish how to fish. You
Yes, because women are fish.
ask the fisherman. Welcome, guys. Today I'm your local fisherman, and I'm gonna teach you how to get that bluefin tuna. Step 1, definitely don't follow this advice and forget everything you just heard. Step 2, if you're expecting a woman to make any kind of move, motion, or even eye contact with you, then you are in the wrong mindset. If she
Okay, that's pretty decent advice. If women will sometimes make the first move, but in general they are not what's the word that I'm looking for? Direct about it. So if a woman's going to make a move on you, it might just be like a subtle out the corner of her eye, just glancing at you, or she'll walk past you and expect you to notice her and stuff. But generally the moves that women will make, and they think they're being very clear about it, but usually they're not. The moves that they will make are sort of getting you to notice them so that you can then go over. And this is just a fact of nature. Unfortunately, the men have to be the pursuers and the initiators in most situations. I think it would be good if women initiated as well, but for most of them, it just goes against their kind of ethos. So yeah, it's good so far.
she does, amazing. Take it as a bonus.
Yeah.
But definitely don't be waiting on it.
Yeah,
Life
100%.
doesn't reward those who wait for opportunity. It rewards those who grasp it. So while you're waiting for that, come over, too late. I already went in there. She's mine. I took
Ego.
go home with me. One thing I want to empathize with is I know it can feel intrusive approaching a girl in the gym, but what I say is there are much worse and more toxic environments to do so. So yes, consider respect and empathy when doing so, but don't avoid it. And the reason why we're not looking to attain a 2-3 second conversation with a woman is because when you leave, she will not remember your name. There needs to be a certain level of depth added to the conversation if you want to become a conversational master. And that is one of the key factors that leads to attraction and seduction. Because people confuse, just because you attain the Instagram, it doesn't mean you've instigated anything real. Most girls these days are letting you follow and then not even replying to your message.
So surprisingly good, because I've seen a few of this guy's videos and usually I'm sitting there cringing or thinking this is terrible fucking advice. That was surprisingly good. Anton, you when you came to Sofia approached, I think, every attractive girl in the gym, in my local gym. How did that go for you?
Well, pretty well actually. You always taught me to use pre-frames before this, and I feel like this is also especially a place to use pre-frames. And what I just go up to them and I say, hey, I know this is a little bit random to do, and I don't want to bother your workout. So if I am, just let me know, then I'll just let you continue. But I have to say you look very beautiful. And if I do it like this, it works oftentimes very well in the gym. They are either single and they continue to have a conversation with me, or they're not and they take it as a compliment and they see that I'm socially calibrated. So
yeah,
it's a win-win in my opinion.
The gym is considered like a scary environment, and especially for guys that they don't go there a lot and they're maybe not big yet or whatever, and they see these girls working out and they see these girls working out and they find them attractive and they want to go and talk to them, but they're thinking, I don't want to bother this person. And then also, if you make an approach and it goes badly in the gym, now you have to change gyms, you're fucked, etc. But the reality of it is, if you are, as Anton says and as this guy said, socially calibrated, right? If you go up to her and you say something like, I understand that you're working out right now and I'm bothering you a little bit, but I have to go through the spiel. I like this about you. Give her a genuine, authentic compliment. Try to get to know her. But also say something like, I don't want to make the gym an awkward place for you. So you can tell me to fuck off and I can take no for an answer. No problem at all. If you can say that in a way that shows that you actually mean it and you're not just doing it from a place of insecurity and you're like, oh, if you want to, we could go out. You don't have to. If you genuinely mean that and you're saying it with confidence and you're happy taking it or leaving it, which comes from an internal place of self-worth and self-love and feeling good about yourself, right? if you can do it in that way, not only are you making her perfectly comfortable just saying no, but if she is into you, you can talk and whatever. But most of the time people are going to say no. And Anton's experience and my own experience when I've approached girls in the gym, it's like Anton approached 5 or 6 girls in my local gym in 1 week when we were there. And then I noticed the next time we went in, we'd walk in and they'd all be like, "Hi, Anton," or like waving at you and smiling and stuff like that, or just like giving you a nod. And it wasn't weird at all, because you're doing it in such a way that just shows like, "Hi, I'm being upfront. I understand the implications of my actions. I'm a man that knows what I want, and I'm going for it." Right? You're not doing it in this weird, creepy way. So it's perfectly fine to interrupt people at the gym. It's perfectly fine to interrupt people with headphones on. It's perfectly fine to do any of this shit as long as you have this level of social calibration. And the point that he made about the this point that he's making about the number as well. If your goal is just to go for a phone number, you can get lots and lots of phone numbers from girls. It's like, ask and you shall receive. If you walk up to 100 girls and ask for their phone numbers, you're going to get plenty, right? But you will find that a lot of these women will flake on you or just ignore you, or they'll text for a little bit and then stop. The reason for this is that all you have demonstrated to her is that you find her physically attractive, right? Lots of guys find her physically attractive. What the fuck is different about you? You don't know this girl. She might excitedly in the moment be thinking like, "Oh, a guy's approaching me. This is fun. I'm being flirty, etc." and give you the number. But then when those emotions die down and she goes away, all she's left with is a number or an Instagram handle and some dude texting her that she then realizes that she doesn't really even know, that was only interested in her for her body and didn't make an effort at all to get to know her. And at that point, it's very unlikely that she's going to want to text you. All these thoughts start to come in like, men are kind of dangerous and this dude's a stranger. And yeah, I was excited at the time, but like, maybe it was just my emotions getting the better of me, etc. Like, women have their heads screwed on straight. And so if you want to reduce the amount of flakiness that you're getting and get to the point where you're actually, turning these things into dates and connections and all of this stuff, you want to try and actually have a conversation with this person whilst they're there. And with the gym, obviously, they're working out, so you catch them on the rest, so you have like 2 or 3 minutes. But in general, the shorter of a conversation you end up having with someone whilst you're in the initial approach, the less likely they are to actually turn into a date or to text you later. And guys always think like, "Oh, I'll get her number and then I'll text her later and I'll use text game and blah, 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 blah." But you don't need any of that shit if you've made a proper connection and actually got to know them in the first place. Because if you made a proper connection and got to know them in the first place, moving to a date and exchanging numbers and talking and all of that stuff is just a natural next thing, Is there anything you think I missed there?
So a lot of guys think that it's that they want to would make her uncomfortable, so they don't do the approach. But even if you don't do the approach, like, she can see you checking her out. Um, it makes you feel so inauthentic and not real. And if you do the approach, actually, she will respect you way more
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
you just staring at her and like she getting like creepy. Then you're creepy. Like,
Yeah.
if you don't do the approach in a respectful way.
Yeah, it's a very good point. I know we've gone over that before as well. It's like if you make an approach in the gym, for example, and even if it goes badly, quote unquote badly in this case is like, "Thank you for the compliment, but I'm not interested, bro," right? Even if it goes like that, she now still understands your intentions, and you don't become creepy guy in the gym that asked me out. You become safe guy in the gym that I know his intentions, and I know he's like a well put together guy because he took the no very well. And so then she trusts you, and like fucking Anton's walking into my local gym, and there's girls in there like waving and smiling at him who have just rejected him the week before, Whereas if you're instead being the guy that's like finding an angle of 3 different mirrors so you can stare directly into her arsehole as she's doing squats, it's like, come on, bro, you're no better than everybody else in there that's just checking her out. Like, make your move. Be honest with your intentions.